Hi everyone, and well done. We're halfway through the module. Time flies, and the next thing you know, we'll be all finished. So, this means I hope you're able to make the most of the opportunity to seek some feedback on your in progress drafts within your peer feedback groups. I know that I talk about this all the time, and I understand if some of you aren't keen to participate in this aspect of the module. Just let your group know if that's you. I also understand if you're finding the asynchronous aspect of the peer feedback groups challenging. Obviously, we have an asynchronous module where we're all in it at different times. So, what that means is when you're communicating with others in the discussion and in your peer feedback groups, it's not occurring in real time. You post something and then you're waiting on others to engage. This is not the best way to engage in the feedback process, but as I said, it's an asynchronous module, and this is also why we encourage you to make up smaller groups potentially, go offline, go and make your own Zooms with a couple of you in pairs or trios or whatever can work, and to stay in communication with each other in the group so that people know whether you're going to be available, when you might be available, or if you're not going to participate in this part of the module. And like everything, it's all about communication, isn't it? You might want to pair up or have trios with others in the group who are maybe at a similar stage or or want that similar level of engagement. I'm really relying on each of you to communicate with the other people in your group. Trios are a good idea if that works because the feedback giving and receiving is shared a little bit more. Um, the asynchronous mode of the module is also why I offer those extra live community of practice Zoom sessions as an opportunity to seek feedback in real time. Of course, I know not everyone can attend these sessions. So again, this is why we have the groups as well, so that there's all the different opportunities there. Another thing that I think is probably the case for some of you is maybe you're anxious or worried about sharing your work. Maybe you think it's not good enough. I can confidently say you cannot measure good enough. It's not something you can actually measure until you do seek feedback. If you want to let your peers know and say, look, I haven't really spent that much time on this as yet. It's still very much a draft in progress, but just a little feedback would be helpful. We all know that you're not sending a perfect draft to anyone for feedback, and you're going to write many, many drafts to get your article ready. So these work in progress drafts are the perfect time to seek feedback. So please don't think I can't share my work because it's not good enough. Or maybe you're worried about whether the feedback you give will be good or not. Again, trust me, any feedback you provide on readability and clarity of the points is going to be useful. Even if the writer decides not to action your feedback, they've at least considered it. They've engaged in critical thinking as part of the feedback process, and not taking action is also an action. So, like anything, the more you experience giving feedback, the more confident that you'll become. We don't have any new peer feedback activities in week 7 and 8, so there's plenty of time if some of you are still waiting to give feedback or ask for feedback. And this could be on your arguments, your abstracts, your lit reviews, whatever it is that you've got in progress at the moment. The focus as we continue through the second half of the module is still going to be about feedback, but also about your draft writing and using the activities to help guide you with this. I mentioned at the beginning of the module that the initial 6 weeks have a lot of activities in them, but then as we get to the second half of the module, there's fewer activities in the hope that you're going to be doing a lot of draft writing. So keep up the great work. It's been a great first half of the module. Um, Thank you for your participation and engagement, and enjoy the weekend ahead, and I'll see you online.